In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. But long before the endless battles of the 41st millennium, before the Imperium was shattered by heresy, there was a man born from mystery, forged by war, and destined to lead the first of the Emperor's legions. He is the first, the Lord of the Dark Angels, the Lord of Caliban. Today, we're diving deep into the story of Lionel Johnson, his origins, his triumphs, his disappearance, and his return to the galaxy he once left behind. Like all the Primarchs, Lionel Johnson was created in the Emperor's gene forges. But before the Great Crusade could begin, the ruinous powers scattered the infant demigods amongst the stars. The Lion's capsule fell to Caliban, a death world cloaked in endless forest and plagued by monstrous abominations. A knight named Luther discovered the feral child deep in the wild. The boy was silent, deadly, yet brilliant. They named him L. Johnson, the son of the forest. In time, he became both the savior and the terror of Caliban's beasts. Together, Luther and the Lion led the Order, uniting Caliban's warring houses and purging the last of the forest monsters. When the Emperor's fleet finally reached Caliban, he saw in the Lion a perfect son, noble, strategic, and utterly devoted to order. The First Legion was reforged in his image, the Dark Angels, the Emperor's angels of death. But whilst the Lion rose to lead his legion amongst the stars, Luther was left behind to govern Caliban. And in that absence, jealousy began to take root. During the Great Crusade, the Lion became one of the Emperor's greatest generals. His legion was disciplined, secretive, precise. The blade that struck without warning. The Dark Angels brought countless worlds into compliance, but the Lion's pride and isolation made enemies even amongst his brothers. He clashed with Perturabo, Conrad Kurz, and Lehman Russ, each conflict forging his reputation as both genius and enigma. His most famous of these conflicts, the Thramas Crusade, a brutal war against the Night Lords. For years, the two legions waged a shadow war across dying stars. In the end, the Lion drove Kurz into hiding, but victory came at a heavy price. Suspicion, loss, and a legion stretched thin. When the galaxy erupted in civil war, the Lion was far from terror. His fleet, trapped by warp storms, could not reach the Emperor. Rumours spread that he hesitated, that he sought power of his own. Yet the truth remains veiled in the shadows of history. He seized the forge world of Diamat, securing forbidden technologies to strengthen his legion, and clashed with Perturabo's Iron Warriors. When news of the Emperor's mortal wound reached him, the Lion raced towards Terra. But he arrived too late. The war was over. Horus was dead, the Emperor entombed upon the Golden Throne. And for the first, only silence remained. Seeking refuge, the Lion returned to Caliban, only to find betrayal waiting. Luther and many Dark Angels had fallen to the whispers of chaos, seeing the Lion's return as tyranny reborn. Orbital bombardments tore the planet apart. The Lion led his loyal sons in a final assault upon Luther's fortress. Brother fought brother. The duel between the Lion and Luther shook the world. In its final moments, Luther struck down the Lion with physical force born of guilt and love. The dark gods, denied their full victory, unleashed a storm that consumed Caliban. The traitors, now called the Fallen, were hurled across space and time. When the storm cleared, only fragments of Caliban remained, and the Lion was gone. For 10,000 years, the Dark Angels guarded a secret. Deep within the rock, the asteroid fortress that serves as their home, lies a hidden chamber where the Lion slept, not dead, but dreaming. In the dark age of the 41st millennium, when the Imperium fractures under endless war, the Lion has awakened. Older, tempered by centuries of slumber, he now walks the stars as a wandering knight, wielding the sword of the Emperor, clad in ancient armor. Whilst Tribute Gilliman commands the Imperium, the Lion fights his own crusade, rescuing lost worlds, rallying the faithful, and confronting the corruption within. The first has returned, and with him, the hope that the Emperor's dream may yet endure. From the forests of Caliban to the dying stars of the Imperium, Lionel Johnson's story is one of tragedy, redemption, and eternal duty. The galaxy may have forgotten its heroes, but the Lion remembers everything. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Warhammer 40k lore, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me, which Primarch should I cover next? Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.